I've been kind of gone for a while, so the equation to solve world hunger is for me to do a ranking of the TOB episodes. So in last place is ironically the most recent episode, also the one that I spent the most time on. And ironically, the one that I spent the most time on was the one that I felt that was the most rushed, So basically, with TOB 6, which is in number 7th spot, even though there's only 6 episodes, it's because the thing is, with TOB 6, I kind of rushed it a little too much. So basically, what happened, I was just wanting to release it and release it and release it, but I had to keep postponing it, and I was I didn't want to postpone it again, so I was just rushing it and rushing it and rushing it so I could just get it out on the date that I said it would be out. And because of that, and also I just feel like it just lacks story. It had a lot of dialogue, a lot of good story told, but I feel like all the story was told, not shown. That was something that I found out after I released it, but there was nothing I could do unless I postponed it again, which I didn't want to do. So that's why number 6 is going in last place. In 6th place is going to be the first ever episode. Now, I'm not going to try to have any bias and say, oh, the first episode gets first place because it was the thing that started it all. No, I am not going to try to be biased about anything here, but just, have you seen the first episode? It looks disgusting. It looks rubbish. It looks like some person went to a dumpster field, grabbed a bunch of trash, and ate it. That has nothing to do with it, but I don't really like it. It's still better than the 6th one, of course, but it just looks rancid. It just looks bad. I ain't got nothing else to tell you. That's it. It's just bad. Okay, next on the list is 5th place. 5th place is going to go to episode 3A. And the thing that I don't like about it is that, you know how in a normal episode, in the first general part, it's like character development, and then in the next part, it's supposed to be the actual challenge, and then at the end, a little bit of character development. Basically, what happened was that the 3A is literally just that, the character development. But when I made episode 3A, I didn't plan on doing no character development. I didn't even know what to do with the show. I was just winging it, okay, if I'm being honest. And that made it just look bad. It's still better than the other ones, but it's just the lack of good storytelling. That's what's bad with it. Now, 4th place, the one that just got a little bit too close, was almost there to get 3rd place, but unfortunately went down one notch. But the one going in 4th place is episode 3B. Now, in this part, there's a lot more action. That's what I like about it. It's that there's a bunch of action there. It's kind of like a movie, but just short, Not as much character development because it's focused on the action, but the action is so cool that it doesn't really matter, and it's one of my favorites, but not compared to the other ones. The other ones are far better. Okay, top 3. Top 3, not 2, not 1, not 4, not 5, not 6, not 87, but top 3. Now, the one going in 3rd place is going to be episode 2. Laser vision. Rah! I really like laser vision. Same reason as 3B, but I feel like it's because of the action. The action. It's what I'm telling you. The action is what matters. Like, there's a bunch of other things that matter, but the action just makes up for it. And the action is just so cool. But the difference between episode 2 and episode 3B is I feel like the action in episode 2 and the challenge in episode 2 and just everything in episode 2 just makes it way better. Because in 3B, everything's just kind of cut off, because 3A and 3B. But in the second one, it's just all complete. It's all there, and that's what I really like about it. Especially the action, and especially the laser vision. Top two, my man. Okay, second place. The one going in second place is going to be episode 4. Now, episode 4, it's exactly the same thing for 3B and 2. It's because of the action. It's because of the action that I love it so much. But the thing that makes it different from the other ones is at the beginning and at the end, the character development and everything else. I feel like there was just a bunch of everything, but usually when that happens, it's bad. But this time, it just feels so good. It feels so... It's just great. Like, all of it mixed together feels great. Like, there's character development. There's everything. There's action. It's all just amazing. Literally, that's it. But it still doesn't compare to number 1. Number 1. First place. The winner of the TOB ranking. If you do process of elimination, you should know who won by now, but if you're too dumb, I'm just gonna say it for you, okay? The winner and the number 1, my favorite episode of all, is TOB 5. Now, TOB 5 doesn't have any action. It doesn't have none of that, but the thing that I like about it is all of the lore that it has inside of it, and it's just the visuals are one thing, right? And also the story that is told in episode 5 is another thing, right? But both of them together just make TOB 5 it just makes it so amazing. That's what I love about it. And I said that there was going to be no bias in it, but what I'm saying is that I don't think TOB 1 was the thing that started it all. I think that TOB 5 was the actual episode that started the TOB. Now, that sounds crazy. Crazy. I was crazy once. They locked me in a rubber room with rats, and the rats made me crazy. Well, that's the tier list. Not tier list. God. And that was the TOB ranking of episodes 1 to 6, both parts of 3, everything. So I think I'm going to make more of these kind of videos, more of these short videos, and for a reason that I'll explain next. Also here at the end, I don't know what I'm gonna put at the end. I'm just recording this right now. I'm just gonna say little things right now. So, first off, TOB 7. TOB 7, who knows when it's coming out. I want it to release, but I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I haven't even started voice acting, and why is that? It's because I'm lazy, okay? I'm lazy. Don't get mad at me. Get mad at the president, the Easter Bunny. I don't know. Don't ask me. But seriously, I don't know when it's coming out. I may not cancel TOB, but just postpone it until I'm ready to do something. But it's because when I was making TOB, and especially here in the tier list, you heard some parts that was me saying that I wasn't ready for TOB, and that's because I wanted to make an object show, and I was like, why would I keep stalling? How about I actually make it happen? But by doing that, I rushed it. And when the first few episodes came out, I was like, I don't know what I'm doing with the show. And that's literally it. I didn't know what I was doing. I was just doing whatever. And then when I wanted to do the lore things, when I wanted to do everything like that, I just had to add it in at some point. That's what I did with episode 5, right? But by just adding it, it just completely threw the story off and everything. Like, it started off as a normal competition show, but then just turns into a lore show, and it just gets complicated. Like, if I knew what I was going to do with the show at the beginning, I could have made it so much smoother, so much cooler, so much better. But because I was just doing whatever, it turned out like garbage. I'm not gonna say garbage. I'm trying to motivate myself. Yee. So yeah, if I do start working on TOB 7, who knows when it's gonna release. If I'm gonna make it release, I'm gonna try to make it before the 1-year anniversary of TOB 6. Because, who the hell is working on one episode for 1 year? Especially with my quality? There's no way. Also, I forgot to make the 1-year anniversary video for TOB. And I want to make a 2-year anniversary video, but like 1-year anniversary is so much better than the 2-year anniversary. So who knows what I'm gonna do? Don't ask me. Ask Lucky Charms, man. I don't know. Also, second is that in my mind there's like a bunch of other object shows, and I kind of want to start a new object show. That's why I'm gonna probably not cancel TOB but postpone it, because what I want to do is I want to start a new object show, but with the objective to actually make it and complete it, but from the beginning actually have the story ready and actually be able to tell it with the show and actually know what I'm gonna be doing, and actually make something original. Because TOB, yeah, it's original, it has my twist on it, but because it was rushed, there's some bits and parts, and 100% of it is copied. Not 100% of it. I'm just JK kidding. It's like 50% of it. Not even 50, like 20%. I don't know. Don't blame me. That's why I want to make a new one that's 100% original. And I'm making it sound easier than it actually is. I bet when I actually start doing it, I'm going to have a heart attack and die. But who knows? If I die, make sure to send me all your money so I can yippee. Okay, that's about it. Bye.